Whether you find these love stories charming or kind of creepy, there's no denying that they're peculiar.
What I don't know is what the hell I'm doing here.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 oddest movie couples. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're taking a look at movie couples that are unconventional to say the least. Since we'll be discussing whether or not these couples ultimately end up together, a spoiler alert is in order. We're also excluding those characters who never make their coupledom official. Number 10. Jake Sully and Neytiri, Avatar. Looking like a giant blue cat lady, Neytiri is a member of an alien species that resides on the habitable moon Pandora.
You're like a baby, making noise, don't know what to do.
Using a genetically engineered body, human Jake Sully is able to infiltrate Neytiri's clan in a military operation to obtain, well, unobtainium.
This is why we're here. Unobtainium. Because this little gray rock sells for 20 million a kilo.
In the process, Jake unexpectedly finds himself falling in love with the Na'vi princess.
But this woman must also choose me.
Given the strange designs of these characters and the even stranger romance, many skeptics predicted that Avatar would be a box office flop. Instead, Jake and Neytiri's relationship connected with audiences across the world, making Avatar the highest-grossing movie ever, beating out James Cameron's other unlikely love story, Titanic. Number 9. Lars Lindstrom and Bianca, Lars and the Real Girl. When the socially awkward Lars first introduces his family to Bianca, they're stunned to learn that he's dating a sex doll.
So you're never gonna believe this.
The audience is equally flabbergasted.
We gotta fix him. Can you fix him?
On paper, Lars and the Real Girl sounds like a one-joke premise. But while the romance does make leeway for great comedy, it also amounts to some poignant, challenging, and even tragic moments. Lars's relationship with Bianca somehow ultimately motivates him to become more active. But it isn't just his life that Bianca improves, as she manages to unite an entire town and bring out the best in everyone. Even if Bianca technically wasn't real, her impact and Lars's affection for her certainly were.
Bianca! I think she's unconscious. Hey,
Are you sure?
look at me. Bianca?
Number 8. Alan Bauer and Madison, Splash. Ariel and Prince Eric might be an unusual couple, but The Little Mermaid also has talking animals and a sea witch.
He is quite a catch, isn't he?
Madison is the only mystical being that appears in Splash, though. This makes her an even bigger fish out of water, amounting to an even stranger love story. For much of the film, Alan is unaware that Madison is a mermaid that can sprout legs.
Please, just tell me who you are!
Although he's unable to explain her offbeat behavior, Alan can't help but fall head over fins for the mysterious woman that swum into his life.
Thank you for letting me use your television. It was very educational.
The result is a charming, humorous, and quirky romance with a distinctive 80s tone.
Madison, I love this present.
Number 7. Andrew Martin and Portia Charney, Bicentennial Man.
It's scary. It's not scary, it's stupid.
Andrew Martin is an immortal robot that develops human characteristics, both physically and emotionally. Portia is a mortal woman that falls in love with the titular Bicentennial Man.
You're screwed.
What makes this relationship especially weird is that Andrew used to serve Portia's grandmother, who also once had feelings for the android. It's odd and even Freudian, but Andrew and Portia's relationship does raise some interesting questions. Should it be socially acceptable for a person to marry a machine?
It's an abomination.
Is artificial intelligence really any different from human intelligence? This love story goes to some pretty deep places, and is bound to break your heart, whether you're made of flesh or metal.
Would you mind unplugging me?
Number 6. Shrek and Princess Fiona, Shrek.
Are you Princess Fiona?
I am. Awaiting a knight so bold as to rescue me.
This animated feature earned praise for not only lampooning fairy tale tropes, but for also challenging many genre norms. Nowhere is this more apparent than the relationship between Shrek and Fiona.
You think that Shrek is your true love?
Well, yes.
Shrek isn't a handsome prince in disguise. He really is a repulsive ogre that's forced to rescue a princess.
What kind of knight are you?
One of a kind.
Fiona, the princess, turns out to be much more than a pretty face. Despite seeming like a mismatched pair, the two wind up having a great deal in common. Fiona brings out Shrek's humanity, while Shrek brings out Fiona's inner ogre, resulting in an unlikely happy ending. Their union thus inspires a more accepting fairy tale world, where ogres can be royalty and donkeys can date dragons. Number 5. Beast and Belle, Beauty and the Beast. Of all the fairy tales that Disney has brought to the silver screen, Beauty and the Beast must have been one of the hardest to adapt.
I'm not sure I can do this.
This is largely because Belle and the Beast make for such an outlandish couple. One's a prince that was transformed into a hideous creature for his cruel actions.
Voila! Oh, you look so
Stupid.
The other is a beautiful maiden that becomes the Beast's prisoner. Although this story could have taken so many wrong turns, our leads do eventually come together in a believable and even a touching way. By the time that Belle and the Beast share their first dance in a gold ballroom, it's easy to forget that one of them is covered under layers of fur. Number 4. Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy, the Muppet Movie.
It's the happiest moment of my...
What do frogs and pigs have in common? Not lots. Aside from not even being the same species, Kermit and Piggy have opposite personalities. Kermit is a timid everyman that avoids confrontation, while Piggy is an outspoken drama queen that's never afraid to say what's on her mind.
Hey, Kermit, who's a cute-looking pig?
I beg your pardon?
In that sense, this couple really shouldn't work.
Excuse me.
As different as they are, though, these Muppets have big dreams, and will stop at nothing to achieve them.
Oh, brother.
Even if they occasionally butt heads, both encourage each other to go the extra mile, and are at their strongest when together. Whether they're side by side or torn apart, they'll always be linked through the rainbow connection.
Here's to you, Miss Piggy. Oh, drink up.
Number 3. Harold Parker Chasen and Dame Marjorie Maude Chardin, Harold and Maude.
In short, Harold, I think it is time for you to get married.
Harold is an 18-year-old that's fascinated with death, so much so that he's constantly staging fake suicides.
Oh, dinner at 8, Harold. And do try and be a little more vivacious.
Maude is a 79-year-old woman that lives every day as if it's her last. Although they start off as just friends, their relationship soon blossoms into a romance for the ages. Upon release, many critics wrote off Harold and Maude's love story as dark, disturbing, and even inappropriate.
Do you disapprove?
Me? No, of course not.
Over time, however, more and more people started to identify with this rebellious couple.
Everyone has the right to make an ass out of themselves. You can't let the world judge you too much.
Encouraging us to challenge conformity, Harold and Maude taught audiences that you're never too old to live life to the fullest. And you're definitely never too old to fall in love. Number 2. Roger and Jessica Rabbit. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh, honey bunny.
Oh, love cup.
We know that opposites attract, but these two take things to another level of weird.
You'd better believe it, Buster.
The fact that this rabbit is married to a human bombshell is completely mind-boggling, even by cartoon standards.
Tunes.
What's more, they don't seem to have many similarities outside of being animated. Roger tries to make people laugh even when he's wanted for murder. Jessica is more serious, but still has a funny bone. In fact, her attraction to Roger stems from his comedic gifts. Meanwhile, Roger is drawn to Jessica's kind heart as opposed to her curvy figure.
No, I love my husband. You've got me all wrong.
Despite their differences, both have the exact qualities that the other is looking for in a mate. So who are we to judge?
I'm gonna faint.
Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
What problem?
Jonathan, you're riding around town with a mannequin on the back of your motorcycle. Jeez.
Right? Yeah, she gets it.
Number 1. Theodore Twombly and Samantha, Her.
You seeing anybody?
Her not only tells one of the strangest love stories of all time, but a surprisingly relevant one as well.
Well, her name's Samantha, and she's an operating system.
Nowadays, people spend so much time on their smartphones, tablets, and computers that they might as well just date an operating system. That's exactly what happens to Theodore, who falls in love with OS Samantha.
Really weird.
The two make a genuine connection and perfectly complement each other on an emotional level.
Hey, do you want to go on a Sunday adventure with me?
Since Samantha doesn't have a body, however, there's something left to be desired on a physical level.
I'm not tethered to time and space in a way that I would be if I was stuck in a body that's inevitably gonna die.
Although it appears they can never fully complete one another, both ultimately evolve from their relationship. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.